Breaking the ice. We're breaking the ice. We're breaking the ice. Andrea is breaking the ice. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
You can do like a...
You can be in the background going, hey.
hello and welcome to episode 6 of Break the Ice, where we're gonna interview who?
Andrea,
Yeah.
our favorite yoga teacher in Dubai.
First woman on the
Yes!
show.
Episode 6. We've got a female. We've got a female. We've got a female. Welcome, Andrea. So, Andrea will break the ice today.
All right.
You ready to get in?
No, but let's do it.
3 minutes.
Facing fears. 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Let's do it then.
So,
Any
what we've
tips
learned,
before I go in?
we've learned from what episodes? What was it? 2, 3?
Something like that.
With Nana.
Yeah.
You want to set your intentions before you go and enter the ice. So you want to make sure that you're not stressed, you're not anxious. You want to breathe. Yeah, really, it really helps.
Yeah.
Breathe deeply in, deeply out. Because what you give to the water is what
Yes.
you'll get back.
I actually agree with them. Yeah. It's true.
So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set you up. You can start from here. You're gonna face the ice. I'll be guiding you through
Don't be
this.
surprised.
So we're gonna
I'll
take a
try to-
second. So we're gonna do like nice deep breathing. So you wanna, yes, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. It's good.
3 minutes.
One more time. Inhale and exhale. What you're gonna do when you get in, you can put your hands under your armpits, or you can put them in your, because we're gonna sit like that, in between. Sit in and keep breathing deeply in and out of your nose. All right, try not to hyperventilate.
I'll try.
Okay, so you're gonna come close, take a deep breath in and out, and then on the next one, you're gonna step inside, and I will have a timer for you, my dear. Breathe in and out, and then you're gonna step inside. Yeah, breathe in.
I'm safe.
And go down. She's cool as a cucumber.
Hello, Andrea.
Hello.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah, literally.
What a lovely surprise. Thanks.
So this is like we were changing it up. She's first of all right away into the ice, like
Yeah.
as an actual icebreaker. You've
She didn't
had.
know she had to go into the ice bath.
Yes, I didn't know this, and it's fine.
Good.
When they told me, I was like, let's do this. Why not? There's
Yeah.
always a good day to try ice bath
It's
Exactly.
always
for the
about
second time ever.
breaking
ever.
that. You said breaking fears, right?
Yes, overcoming fears. It's all about that.
I like
Definitely.
So
yes.
you've had the worst part already. So the first minute is like where you feel like you want to get out,
Yes.
and now it's more about you're sitting through it, and we're gonna distract you with some questions. So first of all, you guys know each other for longer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When did we meet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I think a
I
few years
remember.
ago.
Yeah, the first time I met you was actually at Ignite when we went to do a paddle session with some common friends.
True.
That was the first time. I
True.
think we went on that big paddle boat.
Yes.
Paddle boat,
And
yeah.
exactly. And because we are in the same world, kind of, we
Yeah.
at some
We
point
had
connected
some
again.
friends in common, and that's how we met. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I've done
yes.
some yoga sessions with you as well.
And I've also been doing fitness
Yeah.
sessions with Jasmine as well, which is amazing.
Seriously.
We were helping each other at some point, and it was
Yeah.
super, super nice.
Yeah.
Yes. So when she
Where?
told me about this, I was like, let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Why not?
What gym did you guys train?
Building gym.
Building gym.
Nice.
Yes.
Where at some point we weren't allowed to be anymore. Sorry, spiders and me are not the best friends.
I don't think they are anyone's best friend.
No, don't think so either. She's like attacking. Okay,
Yes.
building gym.
But yeah, that's how it
Yeah.
started.
And then yeah, because where she lives, we could do the yoga outside and everything. I remember it was really nice.
Yes,
It's
it was
really
super nice.
And this was when you were just starting out as well, I think, because you were still with Emirates.
Yes, still
Yes.
with Emirates, but already took the
Yeah.
decision. You know,
Yeah.
like when you really know you don't fit in a place anymore, you have outgrown it. I feel that it's so important to make the plan, make your exit, you know, like plan your exit. So you spend the last whatever time it is doing what you are doing and then just step into it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes when you really make a plan without attaching to the plan, it's like you have a bit more direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't easy at all. It took a lot of courage, but almost 1 year later, I'm so happy I did it. Yeah, because I always believe that it's better to
3 minutes
Yes.
are done.
really.
Yes.
Oh my God, what is
Yes.
this? I hate cold water. Girls, this is not normal. I don't know what.
I think it got warm with the sun.
Yes, I think so because I'm not a cold water person. Woo!
Good.
Good work. You can get out, yeah, but I'll give you a towel.
By the way, I also saw something on you that I want to discuss later too.
I see.
Give me your hand.
Uh-huh.
We need to discuss this as
Oh my
well.
God, this didn't happen before. So many things have changed in 1 year.
You
We're
got
coming for
engaged?
that. And married.
Yeah,
Engaged and married.
already done it.
It's already comfortable, you know.
Sorry.
Guys, I'm not a cold water person. Like, this is amazing.
Or you can dry up in the sun. That's also good.
We're gonna need to add ice for us, I think. We'll
Yes,
each go in once.
add ice. So,
Letting her do all the work.
Okay.
oh,
All
there
right,
we
you get half, I'll
go.
get half.
Okay.
Oh my God. Thank God this is in the sun.
Let it snow.
Ooh, who's next? Who's
Should
next?
I go?
Yes, you can go.
Go for it.
It's been a while.
Show me how it's done.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Go for it.
I just.
You got this.
Get in, Missy. With all the
I'm
leaves.
taking all the leaves. All the leaves.
Oof.
All right. Good.
Okay, you look
actually
very
got a really
calm.
cold one, actually.
Yeah, actually
Look at
that
all the
looks.
ice.
It's good. And my shoulders, look, are you proud?
Yeah.
My shoulders are in.
Yeah.
She's always bugging me about your shoulders.
Ah, yes.
Let's get the ice closer to you, shall
Oh, I love it, so good.
Wow, okay,
How
so
long-
brave.
How long were you with Emirates?
So I was almost 8 years now. Almost 8 years, I know. It was a long time, and the whole time that I was there, I was actually enjoying. Of course, with some ups and downs, but enjoying. The moment that I felt, okay, I actually want to do something else, something different, I planned my exit. You know, you can always choose to be the person that complains and not
yeah.
take responsibility and don't do anything and stays in the same situation. Or you can say, I'm so thankful for this, but I'm so ready for something else, and go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was all about that. Obviously, it helps when you know what you want to do next,
Sure.
which
'Cause
I
sometimes
know in
people
this
don't know.
job, yes, they don't know. But I'm telling you, if you really start to ask the universe, your God, anything, to put you in the places that maybe are gonna give you signs to where to move next, it will happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Really,
You're big on manifestation.
so
Yes.
big.
Yeah.
I love it. I
How do
feel.
you do?
Look, I feel that manifestation works. It's like a co-creation with you and the universe. I still say this a lot when I'm stepping in a very scary next move. And it's like, universe, I'm giving one step towards you, give 1,000 steps towards me.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel a manifestation works when you also work on your beliefs, on the root of why are you attracting what you're attracting? What are you constantly choosing every day since you wake up, you know? Is that really the choices that the version that you're creating wants to choose?
It's about
Or
mindset,
not.
I suppose, as well. Like, if you're thinking in a positive way, you're going to see things, but you're going to see the positive in things, rather than if you have a negative mindset, you'll see the negative in everything. as
Exactly.
well. Yeah.
Even seeing the positive in the darkness, which
Yeah,
I don't believe
that's
in seeing the positive when there is darkness happening, because we need to feel, you know, we need to really go through those negative feelings so they heal, so they heal us, like, so they do what they came to do to us, because they're always there showing us something about ourselves. So we can also choose to ignore it and everything is good and I'm positive, or say, you know what, I'm gonna allow myself to be uncomfortable for a certain period of time, and then I know after that there's always a newer version. I'm
But that's
freer.
the thing, you know, like even during moments of darkness, let's say, or moments of difficulty, it's like being able to say, like you said, I'm going to sit through it. I'm just going to go through it.
It's not easy.
But it's not easy, but thinking that way is also a positive.
When it's done. Yes, it was cold.
But thinking that way, yeah, you had a cold one.
Actually, yes, it was. Yeah.
But thinking that
Awesome.
way is also a positive way. Although it is a difficult and dark time, it's also a positive way to approach
True.
things, you know?
It's like when you really trust that the universe is always supporting you. So if you're
Yeah.
going through this, it's because it wants your highest evolution, your highest good. So you trust more. You're like, even though it feels like shit right now, because sometimes it does.
It does, yeah.
And at the same time saying, I know this is taking me somewhere new.
Yeah.
I just need to face it. I just
Exactly.
need to take the not so easy road. Instead of choosing the momentary comfort, I choose to be uncomfortable for long-term comfort.
It's basically the hardest.
Sorry.
Good luck. Good luck.
The hardest battles will be given to the strongest soldiers. That's what they say, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. If we get something coming to us, it's because we can deal with it. Like if we only knew how powerful we are. I mean this. Like we really have the power to choose, even when we think we don't. Even when, good luck, my friend. You're like, I already passed that station.
Already ready to go. Okay.
I'm
In the ice melt.
And breathe out. Remember setting intentions. You get from the water, you put in it. You go in calm, you get back calm. When you breathe in, step. Very good. Very good.
Ooh, looks very frozen.
Is your back okay?
Let us help you. Ooh, wait, this big thing.
Savage.
No, don't hate
So
me.
nice of you to help.
Always, helping a girl out.
Empowerment. Hashtag.
I know. Building endurance.
I have a question. I'm
It's true.
curious.
Tell me.
How do you start your day?
Yeah.
How do I start my day? Yes, good question. So usually I always put the alarm half an hour before the hour that I actually need to wake.
Yeah.
Half an hour, and I wake up, I read a book. Sometimes I check, like everyone, sometimes I look at my phone and then I'm like, you know what, Andrea, is part of the process, this and that, but I always have my book next to me, and maybe 85% of the time I wake up and I read at least 3 to 4 pages.
Okay.
Yes, just before looking at anything. So I wake up, I go and do my skincare routine, which I love so much, and then I have my coffee or water with lemon, again, depending on the day, depending on if I'm running to a class, because usually I'm running to a class every morning, which I love, I'm very grateful for. But yeah, that's how I started, and if I don't have any classes that day, I would usually do a few stretches, maybe 5 minutes, not a lot. Instead an intention of the day, and obviously always I journal. Whether it's like a full how is Andrea feeling today, or today I'm grateful for and 10 things, but anything, I write anything. This really changed my life over time. So I always write, even if I had a weird dream or anything, like when we are in that sweet state of not fully awake yet, but more than 3 minutes now.
Almost. Almost.
Almost. Yeah, in that sweet state of not fully awake, I feel that it's so aggressive to really look at the phone and start seeing the message. And again, like sometimes we have things, sometimes like your mind is just like, I need to know. But as long as most of the time you're following your routine, because I also don't believe in this thing like from today onwards, never again looking, and then when I do, I will kill myself, like you don't. Yeah, it's about being gentle with yourself and knowing that it's a process,
I like that gentleness.
You told me the other
Gentleness.
day as well, be kind to yourself.
Yes.
How do you speak to you,
It is that,
Yeah.
if you change that, or you're able to identify negative, and you're like, wait, take a second, see
Exactly.
the little positive in that as well. It really helps with how you approach things, how you will feel about most
Definitely. Yeah, it's so
swear about that.
important.
But yeah, be kind to yourself. Your time is done.
Yes, you're like, okay, now leave me here.
Do you need help?
Nice. Ooh.
She's also
Wow, yes.
bumping.
You girls got the
Yeah, we got the tough ones.
top ones, I know.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Nice.
Let's take a seat.
Yes. Over here.
Subscribe. Subscribe for the camera.
I like how easygoing this podcast is. I actually thought it was, like makeup and things. And
Oh no!
thank God,
No! You know
nice.
us. You know us.
Yes, even better, even better.
We're very, I like to think that we're very chill,
Yeah.
which is normal people.
Yeah, you are.
And we want to know, that's why we're very selective with who we ask. Can we say that?
Yeah, I think we can. We want someone who has
Yeah.
a story as well.
Genuine.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We don't want the fakeness. We want to move away from all that.
Super agree. I'm in the same stage of my life, really. Just keeping true and honest people that inspire me. I feel that when you are in this path of getting to know yourself and growing and really building your life by design, that's how I choose to call it. Because when you get to choose, when you consciously choose what you want and what you don't, this is different than unconsciously, you really get to choose what type of people you keep in your life, and it's such a difference when the closest people to you are always either inspiring you or maybe inviting you to have a hard conversation, facing something, but always from the growing perspective, not from the judgmental part. That's such an important thing.
But they always say that as well, right? Like you are who you surround yourself with, and
Definitely.
They always, like there's also this
Five
thing
people.
of
The
the
five
five
closest,
people, but
yeah.
you also don't want to be the smartest in the room, and you don't want to be the most developed in the room, and you don't want to be the most intelligent and the best and whatever. You want to be surrounded with people that teach you
Also
something
makes it-
that
yes,
and that you
true.
feel inspired by, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, like I'm learning something, and I think
And
that's
you're bringing different topics, like, again, challenging yourself with them in a positive way,
Yeah.
or kind of in an honest way, because so many times we really have problem accepting things
Yeah.
just because we don't face them with the full honesty. We love to say, oh no, but like, I'm
Yeah.
fine, I'm
Yeah.
choosing this and that,
I'm
and
fine.
I'm fine.
I'm
However,
just looking at you.
I'm
It's okay. She always says this. Always.
yes,
But it's
and
not-
that's nice.
Yeah, but it's not because, I think sometimes as well, it's not because like I'm pretending to be fine. I think it's more sometimes I just feel I don't want to burden others. I don't want to
Okay.
dump my shit onto others, Like I
Yeah.
think it's more that. So it's just like, okay, I'm fine. Like I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Also, sorry that I interrupt you,
No.
but also I feel that not everyone deserves to hear our story.
That is true.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
That's true too.
not everyone deserves a super open, vulnerable space from us, and that's
That's true.
okay.
Protect your vulnerability.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Also,
I've learned that the hard way as well. Like you think you can confide in people and you think you can trust people and whatever, but then all of a sudden they're not there, or I don't know, or they might say something to someone else, or what, and it's just like, so it's also the kind of the learning aspect where you just say, it's fine.
But the
Yeah.
only thing I don't like what you say, as in when you say I don't want to burden people with it, because you can. Your close people, you could never burden with anything that
So
deals
true.
with you. So
True,
It's
but
like-
I also
it's
feel
never
like sometimes, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's some days, yes, I might want to talk about it, but then some days I think it's also just I don't want to talk about it because I'm trying to maybe not burden myself with it too.
that's okay.
exactly,
That
or
is
even
full on
figuring
fine.
out first. Like maybe
Yeah.
you don't even know yet what is it that you're
Exactly.
going through.
Yeah,
So
like especially the past few weeks,
Yeah.
like they've just been really over, and it's just like some days I want to talk about it, but then some days I'm just like I'm fine because
That's okay.
I want to let it sit
Yeah.
and just let it be
Yes.
and not
Yeah.
have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some
yeah,
days yes,
fair
some days
enough.
no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing about recognizing, when you are really open to share, or where
Yeah.
you're gonna go from
Exactly.
just a place that maybe is not helping you or the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but always knowing at the same time that your people will support you
Yes,
no
true.
matter what, and
True.
they will be there to help you, and again, without judging.
True.
I feel, even if it's like I don't know, the 10th time that you're saying the same thing, but you're also working in yourself. Okay, if you're telling the same thing and not doing anything about it, then maybe your friend will tell you, you know what,
Repeat.
let's let's look at this.
And maybe it's a part of the acceptance. You keep
It's part
talking
of
about
it.
it. You slowly accepting a new reality, or like it's a slow process.
Yeah, it is a slow process.
How long have you been in Dubai before? Because you said 8 years of Emirates. Have you been here for that
So
long?
I have been with Emirates 7.5, and I'm about to be 8.5 now.
In
Yeah,
Dubai?
in Dubai. So I came with Emirates. You know, like I didn't know another Dubai for all this time until September, which is when July, yeah. But July, and I went
Almost a
traveling.
year.
Almost a year now, yes. And it feels great.
Yeah.
I feel that since I've been here, I always did something that I loved.
Yeah.
So it makes me already love this city, love this place. I feel that this city is full of opportunities, full of great people, especially if you're creating your own brand, your own life. Like, this is such the place for it. It's one of my favorite things about Dubai, definitely.
Where were you
Yeah.
before?
I was in Canada. Left at 21 years old from Venezuela. I'm from Venezuela originally.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up there as well. And yeah, and then I went to Canada for 1.5 years, discovered that winter wasn't my thing. I'm a very tropical soul. I literally live in bikinis or leggings.
Canada.
I know.
Like snow, such nice.
And the
things to
snow
sing
was
about
amazing.
snow.
You know, the first 2 weeks
Snow
of November.
angels.
I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh my God, I love the snow. This is such a nice place. And people were like, still autumn, just so you know. It's still fall. It's not even winter yet. It's 1 month till winter. And I was like, all right. And then by April, the end of April, still snow.
What?
I know, still. And it's still a lot of snow. Maybe this is not the place for me. Like, no, let's change it up. Universe, bring me there. And I used to dream with traveling.
Yeah.
Even since I left Venezuela, my dream was always to travel the world.
Yeah.
But it looked so impossible for that little Andrea in the
Yeah.
university and everything. Yeah, I mean, my country is not this type of place that you're gonna work on a summer and then just go backpacking. No, it's not the same situation, and it's one of the reasons why I left, even though I love my country and I bring it to everywhere I go. But yeah, that was always my dream, and it's incredible how I manifested that without knowing everything that I know now, and I'm still knowing because we're always learning. But yeah, I remember I used to just see, you know, like people traveling, bloggers, and in my call center cubicle.
You were in
Wow,
the
how do you
cubicle.
even get to that life? And yeah, out of nowhere, one of my friends back then, and still my friend, she said, let's apply to Emirates in Dubai. And I was like, what is Emirates? I didn't even know, because
Really?
it's not that known.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dubai, let's do it. I don't have anything to lose. And then, yes, I
From
went.
the cubicle.
I know, literally, we applied from there, and we did the application together. She didn't make it, but now she has an amazing life in Canada. Her destiny was somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I made it, and I came, and first day when I woke up, I said, what did I just do with my life? What did I do?
Waking up in this complete different place, like
I never
Dream
left
or
America,
nightmare?
you know, I never traveled out of South
that,
or
yeah.
North
Yeah.
America, never. So for me, I was just like, oh my God, what is this? No. The fear that always comes with that change. And I remember, this is my mom in my head, because she always empowered me and my sister
Really?
since we were little. Like, I love her so much. And I said, this is uncomfortable right now, but it's just because it's a change, I can do this. And I remember calling her saying, this is so hard, but I'm gonna keep it. I know this is gonna be nice at some point. And next week I was fine, when I knew that everyone else was the same, you know.
Yeah.
And at least I was in financial center. I mean, some people bring them directly to the desert, which, wow, I really admire them. But yeah, anyway, I was so lucky within all the circumstances in that moment that I embraced it. The training was hard as well, especially in English, with so many new words that I had no idea about. But again, like, it's how you face a challenge. How are you with yourself during that time? Do you say that, oh no, this is not for me, I can't, which many people do. And okay, fair enough, but you can choose to, again, be uncomfortable for a little bit, because you know deep inside that this is taking you to a life that you want. After that training, you know, really thinking at some points that I was not gonna make it.
Really?
I know, yeah, it felt really hard, especially the new words. I guess it was so many new information. We were waking up at 3 a.m. every day. Yeah, 12 hours every day.
Oh.
It was tough, but we learned so much there. And when I got my first roster, I was just crying nonstop.
Aw.
Like, I was so happy.
You were like, made it.
Exactly, especially because they send you everywhere straight away, you know, like from one continent to the other, and I was like, oh my God, thank you,
So your
thank you,
whole
universe.
world just it was a bit small before, then it became open. You went
It's like a
everywhere.
new world open to me.
Oh, kiss me this one.
And you know,
Yeah.
this is such an interesting thing as well, with knowing that sometimes we want something, but if we really trust that either that or something bigger can happen, we open a space for
it
that
to be
bigger
there.
plan to be there, you know. Because I remember I was so young, 21 years old, and I wanted to get married straight away.
Yeah.
Like, I was in love, and oh my God, all the things that I would have lost if I actually got to where I wanted to be back
Yeah.
then. But the universe was like, no, wait. There, I have
There's
a better
more
plan for you.
I have plans.
There's way
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Since
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
literally since then, yeah. Even through hard phases that I've had here in Dubai, I've always been, even if I'm in pain, I'm like, I know this is taking me somewhere better. Even if I don't understand it right now, someday I will connect the points.
Yeah.
And I have connected points. Yes,
If you
it's
were-
nice.
Okay, so I don't know if this is because you are very thankful with the journey, but if you were to go back in time, would you change anything?
Anything at all.
Yeah,
To be very, very honest, no.
I knew that you would say that. I had a feeling. Yeah.
Not even because it's glitch or anything, but no. Not the pain, not the lessons, no. Because I wouldn't be the
What would
person I
you-
am.
So what would you, if you were to give advice to people, just in gender slides all over the place, anybody going through life, anybody going through hardships, what would be like the thing that you would tell them to hold on to think about? You know, like if you were to give a takeaway right now, what is your takeaway? Like, what is it that you would advise people?
If you have never worked on your self-love and your belief system, start doing it right now, because you can do any morning routine, exercise, eating, and if you really don't change the root of everything, which is your core beliefs, you would still be attracting the same, you will be choosing the same because you don't think you deserve better, because you have always had the same. So start working on that, start working on your self-love. If you have ever been in a relationship and you're like, I know it's fine, like, you know, it has gone well for me, ask yourself questions, ask yourself uncomfortable questions, question things. Are you in autopilot or are you actually choosing what you're living?
Right.
Uncomfortable questions.
So that's how you start, but you're changing your self-love, as in you start by
It's like you,
asking the
yes,
questions.
yes, like, or questioning stuff, like,
Like why are, like waking up and saying, okay, am I going, okay, let's take training, for example,
Yeah.
because we train together, whatever. When you go to train, is it because you're actually there because you choose to be there, or is it because it's something that you feel like you've committed to and you have to keep doing? Right? Because stepping out of that as an athlete is a difficult thing to do, right? So are you still doing, I know you are, but you know, are you still there today and going into training with this thing of like, I want to be here? Or are you doing it autopilot? Okay, it's my routine. I'm going. You know,
Right.
relationship, I think for me personally is a big
Yeah.
thing as well. Like, you know, I've especially recently, I've looked at the cycles of all my relationships. All right,
Patterns.
you get to
Jasmine.
see them,
Is it
okay,
patterns?
these,
Oh yeah, you know, and I think we've all been there. You know, you kind of go
Yeah.
like, okay, and it's all like, oh, all these men. No. It's me. Yeah.
okay, which part
The-
of
the
me is
comment
really
that-
attracting
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
What
Those
am I
like-
not seeing?
Yes.
And there's a commonality here, and the commonality is me. You know, so there's something with me
Exactly.
there. So yeah, and then you
Universe
you-
really said universe.
Yeah. So you know, and
Revert
then
back
you
to
do
you.
start asking yourself those questions, like, okay, but why, and why are you know, why are you in this pattern, and what about the pattern? And yeah, like you said, you ask
Yeah.
yourself uncomfortable questions. I had a session recently as well, speaking to someone about basically why I have this thing that I do. I react in a very negative way sometimes when I feel like I'm not being heard or not being understood.
Yeah.
So we're kind of digging, asking the uncomfortable questions, and it all stems down to from situations that I was in as a child, you know, and you kind of go like, okay, now I understand why, but now I need to work on, and how do I work on? And it's uncomfortable, you
It
know,
is.
because you're really questioning yourself, like, okay, why and how?
The answer
and-
is not always nice,
no,
you know.
it's not. You go back sometimes to trauma. I mean, we all have traumas. All
Yeah,
of us.
all
we
of
all, we
us,
all
all
do,
of
you know.
us.
and you go back to these traumas, and we gotta fix them, because otherwise you keep repeating those patterns over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
It's
true.
hard.
It's putting it out there. Like when you really question something, you really open like a little portal for signs to arrive. Seriously, there's always signs. Wherever we go, wherever, there's always like some kind of bigger force than us trying to communicate us, to guide us.
True.
But sometimes we just choose not to pay attention to them. We don't know as well. Sometimes there's so much noise in our minds that we don't really get to connect with the intuition. One thing I love about yoga, and why it really changed my life in many ways, but when I practice yoga, I actually get to tune in with the observer of the mind,
Yeah.
with the higher self that is observing our monkey mind, our train of thoughts, our everything like going around, and you're just observing. So when you get to observe from above, you can actually see patterns. You can see like where this thought even came from.
Did
Like-
you have? Sorry, did you have that from the beginning when you started practicing yoga, or is it something
No.
that evolved? Like it grew.
It evolved,
Okay.
definitely, because I started for the physical side.
Okay.
I actually, again, reprogramming the person I was. I was someone who didn't exercise. I don't come from an active family. And I was fine because I was skinny, whatever, but I was always tired though. And then I said, you know what, like, no, this happened after my divorce. I said, I'm gonna be someone that moves. I have no idea with what, how, but I'm gonna try every class in the gym and see what's up. Nobody told me. You know, these are things that no one can tell you. You can talk to your friends and they can say, try this, and then you stay in there and you don't bring anything into action. If you only say you're gonna do things and you don't do it, it's the same thing as not starting, not doing. Like, no, sorry, that no one can come with me saying, yes, I'm thinking of this thing. Okay, but what have you done so far? No, I haven't started,
I
but
just want start
I'm
thinking.
thinking
I
about
haven't
I'm
left this
thinking about
person
it.
yet. I haven't left this job yet, but no, but I will. And I'm like, let's talk when you actually take the first step.
Yeah.
Because
Come back
otherwise,
and-
later.
I like that.
yes, because otherwise it drains a bit your energy. I know processes take time. I know like big changes in your life is not just
It
a
doesn't happen,
decision
yeah.
like this. But again, observing, when are we talking from the victim side, you know, just like blaming it on the circumstances and, oh no, I can't for this or this, or when are we being like, wow, okay, what would be the first step to actually
I like that.
do it?
I'm learning a lot today.
Me too.
I like
I
that.
like, I like your view of things, as in really, which you look very sweet, but you're a lot of
Thank you.
no nonsense, being like, I'm thinking of this, and you're just like, well, you know, talk to me when you actually make a step.
Yes, the
Really?
first step, and from there, you know, like I'm
Yeah.
fully on. But yeah, yeah.
So then you
Every
tried all the
person had a
classes.
different story, so I tried the whole classes, literally like any class that I didn't even know, like, what's this? And yoga was the one that was the most attracting to me. But I was doing it sometimes here and there, not really that serious, but still better than before, you know. Still doing it on my free time. I had an amazing group of friends back then that were like, you know, all together, come on girls, we got this.
Nice.
None of us work out, but we were like, yes, we are gonna do it.
Supporting the cause.
Supporting the cause. And then something really magical happened, which is that I got stuck in Bali for the whole lockdown. So I went for 5 days. I think Jasmine knows this story. I went for 5 days. I ended up staying 4 months. And not only that, the island was empty. We created such a beautiful group. And this is where I actually started to do full-time yoga. When I started to do it consistently, all the time, there was not much to do, either beach or yoga. Life brought to me a life coach, which helped me so much. We became so close during that trip, even though we didn't speak the same language.
No way.
She speaks Portuguese and Italian, and I speak Spanish, Italian. So we kind of were
No
like
way.
mixing everything there, and we communicated with each other somehow. I learned so much from her, same right back at her. So yeah, that really changed me. I came back here, and I had the opportunity to go to the past in some ways. Like I saw some patterns coming up again, but I was like, here it is one. I could see them before I didn't.
Because you left you
I was like,
changed and you come back and you're like,
Because you rewired your way of thinking a little bit in Bali as well. Like you rewired
A
certain
lot.
ways of approaching things.
I was more clear of what I wanted my life to look like as well. Yeah, especially the fact of feeling that fear of losing a job when I was there.
yeah.
I said to myself, I would never allow that any job or person has this much power over me.
Right.
That
I have no
fear.
idea. Yes, the fear, literally, like. But imagine how scary. For me, this is more scary. Is to depend so much on something else
Yeah.
that is not in you. That to a point, I said, if they fire me, I don't know what am I gonna do with my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't back then, but I came back with the idea of I have no idea what I'm gonna do after this job, but let's get moving into what, you know. I studied graphic design at the university. I started to do portfolio, sending, realized, you know what, I love graphic design, but not for other people. I like it for me to design stuff for my brand, my own things. And then I did the yoga course, and since I did the yoga course, I never stopped teaching. Sometimes less, sometimes more. Right now, full time, and it's great, it's amazing. But I never looked back after that yoga course.
Wow.
It's like I did it with an idea of maybe this could be the job, and then it became, I have to do this. I'm not serving fully my purpose if I choose to
Go somewhere else or.
stay where I am. You know, like my mind was not even there. Even though I was still positive and everything,
You already
sometimes it
checked
was
out a
tough.
little bit. Like
Yeah.
it's like you already.
I
checked
was
out
checked
kind
out.
Of, yeah.
I used to see like little behaviors, and I was like, wow, what am I really doing here?
Also, especially once you
I'm ready
make
for
up your
more.
mind, like once you know, like I've been there as well. Like you're working somewhere and you know you've checked out. You know the date, you know when, you know exactly what you can do, and you're still there, and you're just like,
waiting.
and it's
Exactly,
hard. It's
it is
hard to
hard.
put in the same amount of effort. It's hard to put in the same amount of whatever. It's hard.
It
So it's
is.
just like those last few days, weeks, whatever they may be. But it's just like.
You were already waiting at the door of the airplane, getting
Yeah.
for like.
You're like,
Get off the
I
plane,
know I
like,
can
guys,
give
I-
way more. I'm just like waiting to create that opportunity for myself.
How was your last flight?
My last flight was amazing, even the last 6 months, but my last flight was to Oslo, Norway. And I was so grateful that I got such a beautiful flight, you know, it was in the summer. So I was just like, you know, when you are in a situation that you already know it's changing, and you just want to savor the last
Yes.
minutes of it, and you're like, I'm just going to enjoy. We had a very bad management on that flight, and I was like, you know what, report whatever you want, do whatever makes you happy. If it really makes you happy, go for it. Yes, do it. And I
passengers-
enjoyed.
If you want to take off your seatbelt, this is okay. We are now going to be
Yes.
serving whatever you want.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Nuts for everyone.
And some part of the crew, even though, okay, management, no, but some part of the crew was so amazing. We had a very nice layover. I was just so ready for the change, really. I already felt ready since 6 months ago, so I was like, yes. And I remember some people asking me, Andrea, but what if it doesn't work? And I know in that moment, I really thought, I never want to be staying in this state of, what if I would have tried?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I feel that the
Yeah.
only way it wouldn't work is if I stop trying. So if I already know that I won't stop trying because I really love what I want to build and I'm passionate about, there's no way how it cannot work.
Exactly.
Some things will take time, obviously, like everything, but there's no way if you know you're the one that it depends on you.
Yeah.
Whether
I think it's also their fear, you know.
yes,
It's their
definitely.
fear that they're projecting onto you.
Yeah.
You know, because
Definitely.
they wouldn't do it because
Yeah.
they're scared of it. you
Yeah,
know?
other times, yes. I've had people saying, oh, but as a yoga, you're not going to make money. And I'm like, that's your own limitation, and that's fine.
Yes.
Stay with that,
Yeah.
but I'm not taking
Yeah.
that because that's not going to be my story.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's
That's
not.
exactly my story.
We can always choose, and we can say, you know what? This thing is not going to be me.
Yeah.
It's not going to be what I'm going to live.
I like that. You don't
Yeah.
conform to anyone's standards for you. You're just like,
Exactly.
let me do what
It
I
sounds-
do.
Let me do me.
Let me do
Yes.
me. It
Yeah.
sounds pretty right now, but it's tough in the moment.
Of course.
So tough.
But you know, like again, choosing that momentary uncomfort for a long-term freedom.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Instead of just choosing what feels good right now, but it's gonna keep me stuck in, because that's better than facing the hard pain of loss of.
I think we see that as PTs as well, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
with clients, you know, when you get that client in the beginning and it's just like, okay, it's going to be uncomfortable for a little while, but just stick it out. And for a lot of people, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like after 1 session, 2 sessions, some of them just, it's too
Like,
hard,
no,
you know?
yeah.
And that
imagine.
that small moment of uncomfort, I mean, look, it never gets easier. Obviously, training can become hard
Yeah.
anyway, but it's those changes.
Yes.
It's making a change with intention. I think that's hard. You know,
Definitely.
like changes happen all the time, whether we ask for them or not.
Yeah.
They happen.
They're part of
obviously.
life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But when you're making intentional changes, it's hard because you want to change, but in order for that change to happen, you have to set intent and like make that
And
change
stick
happen.
to it.
And there's
And
no
it's hard.
autopilot.
True.
You
No,
have to
exactly.
consciously decide, which causes, you need energy for that. You need to do the thing. You need
Yeah.
to take the step.
And
Definitely.
sometimes you fall back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you crash. You know, you
But then
gotta get
again,
back up again. And
Kind to yourself also.
true, true.
Also.
True,
But if you
always.
don't even know what do you have in your mind, how do you, like, if you don't even know yourself, how could you even change something?
Yeah, true.
You are just going through life doing what you think people think that you want or that should be doing,
That's such
instead of saying, but wait, what do I really want?
There's
Okay, I
a
want
saying
this.
on that, that's something as well about like setting sail, and if you don't know your direction, you're just going all over the place. Like, you know, you need to know,
Yeah.
you can still sail like this because you do. When you're sailing a sailboat, you don't go straight to your point. You know, you do go like this, and
Yeah.
you know you gotta do your driving and you gotta do your tacking, whatever. You gotta.
True.
But you know where you're going,
Yeah.
and I think that's life too. You know, knowing where you want to be, but knowing that it's not a straight line. You're gonna go
Yeah.
left, you're gonna go right. You might take a few steps back, but it's about understanding. Okay, what do I need to do to get there?
And you know what? There's many right ways to do one thing.
Yes.
Sure.
We always think, okay, if
Sure.
it's not this way, it didn't happen. There's many right ways. So how could I be more flexible about this situation? Not only, you know, every time I am in a yoga class, I say, working your body flexibility also helps you with your mind flexibility. How could I look at it from a different perspective to this situation? How? Because there's always new ways of seeing it. And the more you really work on that curiosity, on that moving with mindful steps, it's like you train your focus a bit to see, like, okay, am I really being super close-minded here, or is this really
there
how it
more?
is? Is there more? Is there something
Yes.
that I'm not looking at? Maybe I can, you know, how is this person so
Reframe.
convinced?
Maybe I can downward dog my way out of it.
Exactly. And sometimes you just will agree to disagree, and
Sure.
that's totally okay. No one has to think the same way as you. We're all
It'd be pretty
different.
boring, no? If we were all the
Exactly.
same.
We all came to this world for a different mission,
Yeah.
and
That's true.
we're all connected somehow. So the more you help yourself to grow and be better, the more you can give out
True.
to the world,
So,
literally.
Where are you going now? As in, what's your next?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about destinations and all these things. What is next
Your.
on your map?
Next on my map, well, still
Not
Dubai.
location. Yeah,
No,
but
not
like-
yet.
Yes.
What is in
But like-
store for Andrea?
Yes.
Yes. Well, right now I'm working on something super scary, but already started, already there, which is having an online shop, which I have my first product. Maybe you have
I
seen
saw.
it. It's the Yogi's Journal. And
Yes, I have seen
yes.
it. Yes, I
Yes.
have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, so my goal is right now to be that yoga instructor that has the classes, like help people. I love group classes. I truly do. I like, this is what fills me up. I have tried online as well, and as of now, I prefer group. I don't know in the future. But having my classes in my online shop, and these products are fully designed by me. They are, everything is thought about. It's not just like, okay, where can I get something and just
No.
sell it out.
With your
It's
brand
like
on.
my baby, you know. It's so special to me, so special, and my main goal is that my products eventually just help people in any way to have better lives, happier ways of living, and just putting a bit of everything that has helped me together in different things, which first is a journal, then we'll see.
So this talk about the journal. These
Yes.
things that you also do when you talk in the morning. You write down.
Yes.
It helps with that.
Always. Since 5 years ago, it helps.
Where do we
I
get
know.
this journal?
Where do we get it?
Where do we get these
Online.
journals?
Yes,
What
I
is the
have the
website?
website.
Yes, what is the site where we can get them?
So the website is andreayogaflow.com.
Okay.
Easy, you order it, next day delivery in Dubai. Everything is as easy as possible.
Do you
for
personally
you guys
deliver
to
them
get
too?
it. No, unless one time I had an incident where literally there were no drivers, and I said, you know what, I'll deliver it myself. I know, but other than that, no. Unless you're lucky, and then I'll knock at your door. Here you go.
It's like everyone can be ordering one now.
Every
Yes.
1,000 orders.
Yeah.
You're like,
Exactly.
Your number
Here you
counts.
go.
Yeah.
And every part of it was a bit of, for example, I also included affirmations there, and it's not any affirmations. These affirmations are specific ones that have helped me in my life in some way, like that they have had some kind of impact. I believe affirmations are powerful if you're also working on your belief system at the same time. If you wake up and say, okay, today, you know, like I don't know, whatever, I'm hoping to receive anything, and in your subconscious is like, I don't deserve goodness in this life.
Then you're not.
What
yeah.
do you think is
Yeah.
actually the universe
It's
gonna hear?
contradictive, right?
Why? Because if you think that, you're gonna act as your subconscious mind is dictating,
Even though you're trying to.
even though you're trying to
Yeah.
change that. So you have to be like, how do you say, congruent? Does that word exist? Consistent, like
Yeah.
with your
Congruent
thoughts.
exists.
I think
But I
it
don't know
exists,
what
but
it
I don't know what it means.
So, thoughts, actions, and words
Need
have
be
to
aligned.
align.
Yeah.
Thoughts, action,
That
words.
has to align. And the most difficult part is the thoughts, the conscious thoughts. At the beginning, maybe it won't happen, but if you practice it,
No. Seriously.
if you practice it long enough,
Actions, words, thoughts need to be aligned.
yes, and that also will build a lot of self-confidence. You will become someone that says, I do what I say.
I love
I,
Yeah.
you know, I show up for myself when I say I will. So I know this will happen if I
Yes,
set my
yes.
mind for it, because
you
I
know.
know I'm a doer. I know I make things happen.
I admire you a lot, you know. Honestly, no, I'm serious.
Thank you.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Beba, also, I love reading books. For example, this is a very small example. Well, also the yoga part, which I wasn't a fitness kind of or person that moves a lot, and I became someone that I cannot live with movement, whether it's a yin yoga, stretch, or a full-on like Pilates. I do yoga and Pilates mostly. I like the gym sometimes, but not my first love. But I was someone who never read, and I always repeated this to myself, my family as well, like, oh yeah, you don't like to read, this is why you study graphic design. Not even in a judgy way. It's like, you know
it's
what,
just it.
some people like to read,
yeah,
I
some
don't.
yeah.
And I was like, no, that's gonna change from now on. Again, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, my God, that year was magical, 2019. Hard but magical. Okay, and I started to read a book, and it was so difficult. I got distracted from every possible distraction that you can imagine. Anyway, 2 years later, I managed to read 11 books in 1 year, which
wow.
for me, maybe for someone that reads us like,
That's
for me, that was like, wow.
I think I've read
That's
that
one
many
a
books
month,
in-
basically.
Yes, yeah, almost like
Very
one a
long.
month. And after this, I said, I read. For me, it's easy to read, even though it's still, I don't read super fast, but I do. I'm always reading a book. When I finish one, I take 1 week off to maybe reflect on, integrate, and then I start another one, nonstop, even if it takes me longer, but I'm always learning from that. And I have learned so much from self-help, that's it. Like, I don't like stories. The books, they're all like psychology books,
Do you have a reading list?
spiritual.
Yes,
I
that we
do.
can attach.
Where can
Oh
we
my
find
God,
it?
yes. Okay, I can send it to you girls, but
Yes.
off the top of my head, I have 2 books that are so powerful.
Okay.
So one, You Can Heal Your Life from Louise Hay. Maybe
Okay.
you have heard it.
Yeah.
Amazing book.
Yeah.
Second one, The Mountain Is You.
I wanted to buy that
From
one yesterday.
this is
I was
your
online
sign.
and I was like, I need to buy this, and I didn't.
See,
but I was just
2
like, I need
times
to
in
buy
2
this.
days, that's it.
Universe.
Brianna
Get it too.
Weiss,
Yes.
The Mountain
Yes.
Is You. What a book. What a book, seriously.
Okay.
It challenges you. And at the end, I just cry with the last page. But I
I don't
know.
know if I'm ready for that.
Because for the whole book, you're like, but why is this called a mountain? Like, why a mountain? And at the end, she explains it. It's so beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
Order.
Those two definitely. Yeah,
We have
yeah,
to order before the podcast comes out because otherwise
Yes.
it's gonna be sold out.
Yes.
People are like,
Buy the book.
Yes, those two books are powerful. Right now, I'm reading
and her
science.
journal, by the way.
science
And my journal.
journal.
So you mix the journal with the book.
Exactly.
together.
Perfect
my
equation.
Any what affirmation?
Is your favorite?
Yes. Well, it
Or,
depends on
or
the
if you don't want to share, you
situation.
don't want to share. That's fine too.
No. Oh my God, I would love to. Wait, I have a lot. But one that I really,
One that is not exclusive to your book.
for me, it's like the universe always supports me. And my life always gets better and better. And actually, my life gets better and better. This is a belief that after so much obstacles, I managed to change, and I feel that it really manifests. Like whenever, and I really fully trust in this. That the more you believe that your life is always taking you to a better place, the more you get surprised by how far it can take you.
Wow.
Even
love
things that
this
you
one.
were not even dreaming, but
Yeah.
you were energetically ready for them, and you don't know it, but the universe knows it, or God, or whatever you believe in. That higher force, yeah,
My life always gets better and better.
and better. And the universe always supports me. If the universe always supports me, and I'm going through a bad situation or a challenging situation, you will think, but I know this is happening for me to learn something, because they want to prepare me for the next thing, so I can hold it. Because it's not only that something good will arrive to your life, it's that you will be able to sustain it, to keep it there. Because if you really think like your old self, and that thing that you really want arrives, you're gonna lose it like this.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
And then, okay, life sucks again. See, this is why I knew
yes.
it. Instead
But
of
that's where those
saying,
cycles come in, right?
instead of saying,
Break
no,
that
no, no.
cycle. Break that
Break it.
cycle.
Yes. It's all in the
I
mind.
like, and I've learned already.
I feel like after
I
this
feel so
one,
empowered.
I know, but seriously, I feel like after this podcast, I need to go
Same
home
like
and
me
sit
from
with
you,
myself
girls.
for a
Same
little
like
bit.
me.
I need to just sit for. I need to get your journal. And
Yes,
start
Bebas,
writing.
and start journaling.
I feel like I need to
Start-
be alone for a minute.
Well, you're also very inspiring, both of you.
No, but
I
honestly,
really
like,
admire you.
It's really nice to have you on. I honestly
Same.
thank you for coming.
Same.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you
the
so
first
much for
woman.
having me.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm so
Yeah.
honored.
Yes.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
sweet.
Where can
So.
people come to your class?
Yes.
So where are you teaching?
Okay.
Where
Well,
can we find you?
prepare your notes. No.
Take a turn to page 5.
I know. Okay, so my schedule, I won't say it here because it will be all over the place, but it's on my Instagram, which is Andrea Yoga Flow. But I teach at Drip. You can find me at Drip for hot yoga classes, which are amazing. You can find me at Shimmies as well for non-hot yoga, Vinyasa Flows, True Fusion, which also we're colleagues there, which is very nice as well, hot yoga. Syro, which is amazing.
That's that new hotel place,
It's the
right?
new hotel,
Yeah.
like one of the most beautiful places, studios, staff, everything. Such an honor to be teaching there. And yeah, and obviously Energy Camp. Oh my God, they'll kill me if they don't say this.
I was gonna say, I think you forgot one.
Energy Camp, my Energy Camp family, which I love so much, and I'm so grateful for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where, and you can find my schedule online.
Yeah, on your Instagram.
Yes.
We'll make sure to put your Instagram
Yeah,
and all the
yeah.
links.
Yes,
as well,
yes.
so.
Like
But
a
that's where you can
celebrity,
find me.
It's like a celebrity yoga. Yeah. People are
Yes.
trying to book your class, like, oh my God, it's all booked out.
Yeah, true. It's nice. It's a nice journey, and I'm so happy to always meet people. I always thought I was a bit scared of getting into full time because everyone was talking about the burnout and everything, but to be very honest, and I say this in the most humbling way, when you are balanced in your choices, you kind of know until when to pull, even though sometimes we are all guilty of overdoing or not doing enough. I really love teaching in many places, different communities, different people. As of now, Andrea from 2024 loves it, and I'm enjoying it to the fullest.
I like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're very happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely deserve
I
it, lady.
feel so empowered.
I know, right? I'm like, I want to go
feel
work
like
on
I
my
can do
plan. I want to go do
I feel like
things.
you can do anything. You can believe Oh my God, that is good. Yeah. So yeah.
Nice.
Mind. We're talking about the mind.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Powerful
exactly.
too.
All the power is in us.
Okay,
Really.
so takeaway. We have to order a journal.
Yes.
We have to order the books.
Yes.
We have to be kind to ourselves.
Yes.
Be kind.
Be kind.
Listen
to
to your
break our
internal
cycles.
dialogue.
Break the cycle.
Don't
Yeah.
be
Let's
afraid to break
change
the
our
cycle.
name from break the ice to break the cycle.
Yeah.
or even if you're scared, take the fear by hand.
Yes,
Come on, let's go
exactly.
together
Yeah.
because we're gonna really go together in
I
this,
like
even
that.
if we're scared.
Because there's better things.
Sometimes
at
the
the
fear
end
will
of it,
never
right?
go away, but you will jump with it, and then we'll be like, see, working together, we got this.
Jump.
Take your fear with
Take
you.
the
Like, you know
fear
what?
by hand and
It's
jump
like it's a
together.
kid.
Yeah.
Like it's a kid. Like come. Let's go.
Exactly,
Carry it with
come. Sometimes that fear could look like your 5-year-old version, who never got that
That's very
thing
true.
that.
Maybe for another
You're-
podcast
maybe
one day.
for
But have you
another-
ever done that? I've done that. Speaking to my
Ah, yes,
Yes.
I love
self.
this.
Yes.
Sometimes I also do it in my
Yeah.
class.
That
It's
is
so
like-
powerful.
Yes.
And I always cry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Really, even
Because
for
you-
good or
oh.
for bad, I always
Yeah.
cry in general.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very
Because there's
expressive
an
What is your star
outcome,
sign?
right?
Pisces. I know that
Yeah.
we are very emotional,
Yeah.
but dreamers, creative, like in a good way. I love
Yes.
Pisces.
Yes.
Which one is
Cancer.
yours? Yes, you're like me. I know Cancer, Pisces. We're
I knew it,
brothers
I
and
knew it.
sisters.
You were water sign. I knew it.
Exactly. Water signs, we just know.
Yes.
And you?
Libra.
Ah, Libra. Okay.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, I shall be sitting here on my own.
No, we like it.
Oh yeah. I felt the love right there.
Yes.
It's okay. We love you anyways.
Yes, we love you anyway. Don't worry. Despite of the Libra thing. No, I'm joking.
On that note,
Yeah. Not excluding any star signs. We like all star signs. No
All star
were
signs are
hard
great.
in making.
Apart from Sagittarius.
we love
No,
you all.
we love you
Some more
all.
than
We
us.
love you all.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you
Oh,
for
I love-
having me.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye.